welcome to tonight's episode of 2 Cups 1 Bourbon. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Dustin.
And tonight we are going to talk about our trip that we took yesterday to Maker's Mark and the bottle that Dustin dipped. And we are going to crack open a brand new bottle and do a tasting on some E.H. Taylor.
Just to start out, we actually went Saturday.
Yes.
We did not plan on going to Maker's Mark. It just kind of happened. We was out doing a little bourbon hunting and ended up in...
Really far away.
Yeah.
Ended up in Loretta.
I think we went to Columbia, Kentucky first, and then went to Campbellsville, Kentucky, and then went to Lebanon, Kentucky, and 8 miles up the road from Lebanon, Kentucky is it Loretta? Loretta, which is where Maker's Mark is.
Some people might say Loretto, but it is Loretta.
And all the tours were full, but we stopped by anyway, and we did get into one. So
yeah, so shout out to Maker's Mark. Thank you for squeezing us in because they were completely booked up. If you are not familiar, all of the distillers are doing their tour reservations online. Whether you pay or it is a complimentary tour, you do have to book your tours ahead of time online. We were really fortunate they squeezed us on the last tour of the day. So thank you, Maker's Mark. We really enjoyed it.
Yep. And don't forget to like,
subscribe,
comment,
ask us questions.
We'll answer. But we did get into Maker's Mark. We did the tour. The tour is about 45 minutes long.
Our tour guide's name was Chris. He was awesome.
Yeah,
he did a great job.
He was good.
Very informative.
And something that blew my mind that I'm going to talk about real quick. In our group, there was 18 to 20 people in our group.
It was kind of small. And
towards the end of the tour, they take you into a tasting room and you taste 5 of their different bourbons. And he asked how many people in there drunk bourbon. And there was literally 3 of us, me and 2 other guys that raised our hands.
Nobody drinks.
And it blew my mind that people love going on these bourbon tours and do not like bourbon. They just go for the experience, I guess. It really blew my mind because I'm like, if I didn't drink bourbon, I wouldn't be here. And that's just me.
But even if you don't drink bourbon, Maker's Mark is a really cool place to check out.
It is, and it's a national historic landmark.
It is.
So it's neat. I can understand it. You know, if you're just dragging your wife along because you want to go, or vice versa, your wife's dragging you along because you don't, or whatever. But it really blew my mind out of that many people sitting in that room. It was 3 of us that actually drank bourbon. And during the bourbon tasting, I done had all 5 of my glasses killed. And I heard a lot of woofing and and
there was.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely wasn't very many bourbon drinkers in our group. But he was on talking about we had 5 out in front of us, and I think he was talking about the first one and the smell and where it come from, and I was already on glass 4. I didn't wait around. It was good.
He didn't follow instructions.
No, I didn't. But anyway, one of the coolest things about Maker's Mark when you go is at the end of the tour, you can pick a bottle of any of the brand that they make, and then it's absolutely free. But I mean, you have to buy the bottle of bourbon, of course. But you go up and they show you, of course, every bottle of Maker's Mark is hand dipped, so you get to hand dip your own bourbon, which I think is awesome because guess what? Once you hand dip one of these, there's not another one like it in the whole world.
That's pretty cool.
Not another. And some people like the long wax trails. Some people like the short wax trails when they do their bottle. I opted for pretty much the whole neck, even though I was told just to do about a couple inches and then let it. But I dipped practically half the bottle, and I think it turned out good.
It does look amazing.
Even she liked it.
It really did look good.
But I would say if I worked for Maker's Mark, I would probably be fired for wasting that much wax.
Yeah,
I'm almost positive.
You're just supposed to do a little bit,
but anyway,
that's their signature thing.
So the one that I picked is the Maker's Mark 101 proof, and this stuff. You can find the smaller bottles in store, but these bigger bottles, and especially in this black box, I don't think you can hardly find them anywhere.
You can only get the black box if you go to visit Maker's Mark.
I think so. I think you're right.
If you purchase this at a liquor store, it is going to be in a burgundy colored box. So you can only get the black box edition, and again, like Dustin said, it's in a bigger bottle. You get a smaller one at the liquor store in a burgundy box. The bigger bottle in the black box is only available if you go to visit Maker's Mark. So that's something cool too, because you'll only get that if you go there.
And something that I did not know about the Maker's Mark 101 is this was specifically designed for the owner when he would have family or important guests over. He kept this particular one in his office or in his courier, whatever you call it. And it's pretty much his private stash. And then somebody decided that they were going to put it in production and make it. And to me,
It's delicious.
this is the best Maker's Mark that I have ever tasted. I think it's above the 46. It's above the regular Makers. I really like it. But let's look at this wax job that I did.
You would never know that it was 101 proof.
No, it was very smooth.
It's very smooth. You get that great sweetness. If you did not know, Maker's Mark has no rye in it, and rye is what gives you that bitterness. So Maker's Mark gives you a very smooth front finishing bourbon. Listen to me talking like I'm fancy because I went on a tour.
Where's my bottle of 46 at? Is it over there? Grab it for me real quick. So, this is my wax job, if you can see it. How I pretty much covered the whole neck, which I was told not to do, but I did it anyway because I thought it would be cool. And it's my bottle. It's my own personalized bottle.
This is a traditional Maker's Mark.
Yeah, this is your normal dip, and this is what I did. So I'm almost positive I would be fired.
But it looks really cool.
It's cool,
It
and
looks
it's
awesome.
the thing that I love about this the most is there's not another one like it in the entire world.
Whole world.
That's what I really like.
It's a
But this is really
beautiful
good. Maker's Mark 101. Give it a try if you haven't. Go to Maker's Mark, buy your bottle, and dip it yourself. And honestly, I think any bourbon lover, if you don't take them to the Maker's Mark and do this, they're missing out.
They're really missing out.
I love
There's
it.
also a restaurant on the grounds. There's a bar there. There's a full gift shop. It's, like I said, it's a beautiful tour. If you've never been there, the actual Maker's Mark distillery, I think if you know how big Maker's Mark is internationally, and you know what a mega brand they are in the bourbon world, and then you see how small it actually is, you would be shocked. Dun, 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 dun.
Here's what we're going to taste tonight. It's the E.H. Taylor. It's just a small batch. I did look up and grab a hold of a bottle of the barrel proof, uncut, unfiltered.
You do have that.
And it's my pride and joy right now, and I can't wait to drink it. But it's going to take me a while to crack into that because I'm just savoring that I actually found a bottle, and I have it here.
Right now we're just staring at it.
Just staring at it. But E.H. Taylor, of course, another Buffalo Trace product. Just seems like we can't get away from it, but we did talk about Makers.
We did talk about Makers.
So,
we did go to Maker's Mark. We didn't go to Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, which we'll probably go to Buffalo Trace, but for sure, I'm looking forward to drinking this because it's E.H. Taylor. And plus, I just love bourbons that come in these cardboard tubes.
So fancy.
Love it, love it, love it. But anyway,
I love the presentation.
this E.H. Taylor, it's 50% alcohol by volume. Of course, that's 100 proof. She did a backstory on the whole Buffalo Trace and E.H. Taylor and stuff, which is in our episode 1 if you want to go to that and click through it there. I put the little chapters in there so you would know about where we're at. And I think we're going to have a knife for this one, so you talk and I'll be right back.
So, the E.H. Taylor small batch, again, I really love the container. We talk a lot about presentation. That is one of our judging categories that we talk about. I absolutely love the presentation of this bottle. The whole story of the bourbon is on this sleeve as well as on the bottle itself, but I love that it's on this container. So if you don't want to take it out, if you don't want people to touch your bottle, they can still read about it and see the pictures of the original distillery and everything right here on the tube.
And the also the barrel proof that I got is I think it's 127.3 or 129.3, which is the batch 10, which is really highly thought of.
It's green. Whereas this has all the red writing on it. That one has the green writing. Don't think you wouldn't. It didn't give a loud. I like the pops. I wish they all popped like a champagne cork. That I love that sound.
Sounds good. But E.H. Taylor. Look,
E.H. Taylor.
I think it's just.
This has been long awaited.
It's just one of those bourbons that it's everybody's, a lot of people's go-to. It's like Blanton's. But
I can smell it already.
I can't wait.
I'm excited.
All right. That is really mellow and sweet.
Vanilla.
Yeah, I get a vanilla out of it for sure.
I get some vanilla. And I don't normally smell vanilla right out of the gate.
See what she tastes like. You know, that almost has to me, it tastes a lot, very, very similar to just the Buffalo Trace, just the regular Buffalo Trace.
A little bit more potent. Again, forward finishing. It's sweet. There's quite a bit, not like...
It's sweet.
It has a lot of sweetness to it. Not like too much.
It's good.
It's warm.
It's really good.
It's got quite the finish on it.
Yeah, it's not a huge burn to me. It's just a good warm Kentucky hug, which is like most of them. It's good classic bourbon smell. It's real sweet. Vanilla, of course. I get the vanilla.
100 proof. It tastes. It's about what I would expect from 100 proof.
Yeah. It's weird because I have tasted, for it to be, it's warm for 100 proof. To me, I've tasted some 120s that was definitely not as warm as this.
No.
But I mean, it could just be me personally. But I do.
It's very warm.
I do like it. It's very warm.
It's very warm. But it just has a really good taste.
But the taste on my tongue, on the finish, it doesn't last very long.
It doesn't.
But
I feel it.
Oh yeah, I feel it in my chest real good. Like it feels like it's going down slow, like kind of like hot syrup. If you
yes, that's exactly what it does.
Down.
Warm maple syrup.
But yeah, it's really good.
It tastes fantastic.
But as far as the bottle, appearance of the bottle on a 1 through 5 scale, I'm gonna go with a 4. I love this bottle. It's the good classic long neck. The label is. It looks plain, but there's just something about it when you look and see that E.H. Taylor that I just really like.
I love it. I would have to go with a 4.5, and I'm a huge judge of presentation. I believe that you drink things with your eyes first, and it should look nice, especially for the money. I love this. I love the vintage. I love the calligraphy lettering on it. I love everything about the presentation of the E.H. Taylor. I love it.
As far as smell, 1 through 5, what would you give it?
Ooh, I give it a 4. I like the smell of it.
It's got a really good smell to it.
It does. I mean, I was immediately hit with like that vanilla, maybe even a little hint of like some caramel, maybe just a little bit. But there was not a heavy alcohol smell. Normally just even, especially out of that neck, that first pour out of the neck, when you first release that bottle, you're going to get some of that alcohol smell. It's just normal.
See, I didn't get much alcohol smell on the first one, but this second time I just did it there, I nosed quite a bit of alcohol.
I still don't smell it. Just
anyway.
Sweetness. Brown sugar.
Yeah, I definitely smell the vanilla in this one. And I don't get vanilla out of too many bourbons, but I definitely do smell it in this one. But as far as the nose, I'm gonna go about a 3.5. It's not the best smelling stuff, but it does smell good.
It's nice.
Yep. As far as taste, man, it's typical Buffalo Trace. It's hard for me to give anything Buffalo Trace under a 4. So I'm definitely gonna go with a 4 on the taste. I mean, it's really good.
I like it a lot.
I can't wait to try that barrel proof because I think it's gonna blow me out of the water. I've heard lots of good things about it.
This is really good stuff.
It's really good, really good. Finish, I'm actually going to have to go a little bit lower and go a 3 on the finish. It's got a good finish, but it just doesn't last long enough.
He likes a really long finish.
But overall, it's E.H. Taylor.
It's E.H. Taylor.
I'm gonna have to go 4 overall on E.H. Taylor. I mean, this is one that I would definitely put up in a lineup of.
It's great.
Best tasting bourbons.
I can see why it's so popular.
Yeah.
Like, it lives up to the hype. Just like in our last video, we were talking about Blanton's. Trying Blanton's, that was a big deal because there's so much hype surrounding it. It's the same thing with E.H. Taylor. There's so much hype surrounding this. It's such highly sought after. It's so highly collectible. You want to pop open that bottle and it give you that satisfaction knowing, oh, it was worth it. E.H. Taylor definitely does it for me.
For sure. Hey guys, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. We're doing pretty good. We're getting a little bit of feedback. Let us know if you want to see anything, do anything,
appreciate it.
Or just anything.
Anything.
Let us know.
Let us know what you think.
For sure. But I think this is episode
4.
4? Episode 4.
Who knew we'd make it this far?
We'll probably try to put out another one this week, and I think we are going to get into the Stag Junior batch 16 here before long.
We have so much bourbon to cover.
Yeah,
We've been doing some major hunting.
Yeah, it's been. My wallet's a little light.
And our cabinets are a little full.
Yeah, a little full. We're fixing to have to do a little something else. This isn't even a quarter of it.
We rearranged it.
But hey, what's the best way to enjoy a bourbon?
With a friend.
With a friend. Peace, guys.
See ya.